As an artist, people will want to be like me, more than they will never want to pay me for the message. I'm still an artist. Not all work pays in money. Maybe money doesn't matter, says the starving artist. This world disgusts me so. I've lost my appetite. Empty pockets are frozen toes. Suffering isn't exactly death. I refuse to suffer, but I refuse the grasp of money. This void must be filled with what it's forgotten. And that means that I'll continue to play, all day, until I die. What it is but a play anyway. A part of me died back there. Living my life has killed me. No one remembers the child who was homeless. All they've ever seen was an adult, but never treated me that way. Instead stood back in fear. Because kids are right about everything. And I was saying some pretty evil stuff, huh? I don't ever want to be wrong, so I guess I'll never grow up. That trait runs in the family though, so it should be okay. See, I'm a loser and I'm proud. Now you name a flaw. Tell me you still love yourself after. Don't forget to call me selfish for loving myself, in place of you loving me. I shouldn't need you to love me. I shouldn't need you. Call me selfish for believing in love more than you believe in love. Tell me, do you really think this is about church? Last I checked. God is love and happiness. And God is dead. We can go on forever, but I don't think you could love me that long. You know, unconditionally. I'd rather sink into the couch, simulating my broken dreams on TV, waiting to die. Retirement. Was it worth it? Is waiting to die fun? You must forget that us young people have a much longer time to wait. And we don't like to wait. We chose to live now, not later. Retirement is for rest, not life. You wasted your life and hate the children who are choosing to risk living. We want to work for ourselves, not for you. Boomers. You know slavery is wrong. But it doesn't matter as long as it's out of view and benefiting you. You've allowed this with your mouth. Those flapping lips. They deny global warming and take vacation in the apocalypse. Blaming their children for the world burning is a lot easier than admitting that all you did was watch. You conformed to a full-time job, working less than in the modern-day Americans. You were addicted to discipline. It meant you were growing, until it became self-punishment, which meant you were dying. You need to admit that you let your life pass you by, and instead of blaming yourself, you blame anyone who will let you. And usually that means children take the front lines in wars that their parents created in collective silence. Children need time to understand reality, especially with all the propaganda. You've become the same people that imprisoned you. Authority, administration, cooperation, instead of a friend, a family, a tribe. Boomers think the number 18 means their job is complete. And now it's time to exile you from the entire family. Even though they still go to those family gatherings with generations of family, those parties get smaller and smaller. We used to play. Now my little cousins don't even notice that they're splashing water in my face downwind on the boardwalk. I can't even afford ice cream. Everyone looks at me weird. Then their dad pays for their ice cream. Oh. They don't like me because I have no money, or 'cause I'm showing off my body or something. They just don't see me at all. I hate fighting to be seen, so I just leave. That was the worst 4th of July. Everyone used to hate me. But the more accomplished, the more I was hated, and I can only imagine the game of telephone that's been being played. How many lies about me? What do they think about people like me? They think like MAGA. They are white supremacists that don't understand their white privilege. Generational wealth? Generational wealth? Yeah, the thing black people don't have 'cause it was literally taken from them every single time they built something for themselves? Sounds like you guys are used to having slaves. That's what happens when you pay people to do everything for you. They're slaves and only you can afford them. Don't you realize? I'm half black, half white. Maybe that's why I'm always at odds and ends with myself. My ancestors fought each other and somewhere along the way, I existed. Not necessarily out of love, but just because. The black half of me got F***ed by the white half. And honestly, that's the way it's always been and why it will never change. Greed. White men keep F***ing minorities in bed and in business. We need to fix what's been done to our DNA. We can start by making sure that women always have a choice over their own body. First it's an abortion ban. Then it's breeding camps. If we let men continue to choose the mate, we are going to keep devolving. Women have been scraping the bottom of the barrel and not free to choose. When in nature, the mother's choice in a father is what makes the difference between what her offspring will turn out to be. Our *PE in nature still happens and still makes me mad. Just let women choose.